Can you call the roll, please?
Director Scobie.
Here.
Director Rundy.
Here.
Director Hayes.
Here.
Director Roth.
Here.
Director Moore.
Here.
Director Gray.
Here.
And President Bradley.
Here, we have a quorum. I'll call the meeting in order.
From the President, recommendation that bid be rejected for letting number 8613. 3 bids were received on August 2nd, 2016. By State Roof Systems, Inc. was read as the apparent low bidder. Geisler Roofing Company, Inc. was the second low bidder, and Barch Roofing Company, Inc. was the third low bidder. The required MWBE paperwork was submitted by the apparent low bidder and the third low bidder. The second low bidder did not submit the required MWBE paperwork. The Airport Business Diversity Development Office reviewed the proposed MWBE participation submitted by Bi-State Roof Systems, Inc. It was determined that Bi-State Roof Systems did not document good faith efforts to obtain WBE participation. Bi-State Roof Systems did not submit a request for waiver of the WBE goal in accordance with the guidelines of the Mayor's Executive Order Number 28 as amended. Due to these circumstances, it is recommended that Bi-State Roof Systems be rejected and that preliminary approval be given to Barch Roofing Company, Inc. for letting number 8613, Terminal 1 and Custom Roof Replacements, Lambert St. Louis International Airport. Preliminary approval for letting number 8615, Forest Park Parkway over MetroLink Bridge Replacement. Bridge number 0250.04, Federal Project number BRM 5413602, St. Louis, Missouri. Addendum number 2 for letting number 8619, improvements to Tower Grove Park, refurbished 3 comfort stations, package 2 pavilion and new comfort station, project number 2015-87041, St. Louis, Missouri. Addendum number 1 for letting number 8620, Boathouse Boat Lake improvements in Carondelet Park, St. Louis, Missouri. Supplemental agreement number 24 to PSA number 889, program management for the Forest Park Master Plan with AECOM. From the Directors of Public Utilities and Streets, joint recommendation that the following permits be approved subject to certain conditions as follows. AT&T Missouri to bore new fiber for manhole at 5320 Brannan, to new rated 4x3x4 handhole in alley at the rear of 4320 Brannan. From handhole bore to an AT&T easement where a new 4x4 concrete pad will be placed with fiber distribution box, also bore to riser poles. AT&T Missouri bore a new fiber for manhole at 5022 Hampton to new handhole and place new 4x4 concrete pad with fiber distribution box. Also from new handhole, bore new fiber to several riser poles for area distribution. AT&T Missouri replaced existing handhole at 5070 Miami with new 3x5x3 feet handhole. From new handhole, place fiber to new 4x4 concrete pad with fiber distribution box. Also bore fiber from handhole to riser pole at 5071 Pinard and new 2x3x2 handhole at 5073 Miami. From this handhole, bore to riser pole, etc. AT&T Missouri replace existing handhole to new 3x5x3 handhole at 2615 Indiana. From this handhole will bore 33 feet to AT&T easement. In easement, a new 4 feet by 4 feet concrete pad with fiber distribution box. Also from handhole at 2615 Indiana, bore 6 fibers 140 feet to riser pole at 2220 Sydney. AT&T Missouri bore new fiber from manhole at 5189 Goat to new 3x5x3 handhole at 5190 Rosa. From new 4x4 concrete pad and fiber distribution box will be placed at this address. Also from New Handhold, bore fiber to multiple riser poles for area distribution. Southwestern Bell Telephone Company doing business as AT&T Missouri at existing handhold at the front of 414 Holly Hills. Bore and place one fiber cable east for 486 feet to side of 6401 Minnesota. Turn south for 18 feet and place handhold at the front of 6401 Minnesota. Continue south for 221 feet, placing another handhold at the front of 6425 Minnesota, etc. Southwestern Bell Telephone Company doing business as AT&T Missouri at existing handhold at the front of 5049 Filer. Bore and place a fiber cable west for 898 feet to the front of 5246 through 5279 Filer and place a handhold. Continue boring 546 feet, crossing Brennan, Sublette, and Macklin. Turn south on side of Volvo for 50 feet, placing handhold at 3301 Macklin. Southwestern Bell Telephone Company doing business as AT&T Missouri at the front of 1901 Shoto at Manhole. Bore and place one fiber south for 9 feet, then turn bore west for 143 feet to the front of 1925 Shoto. Turning south, crossing Shoto for 356 feet, turning west 2 feet, placing a handhold at the front of 1107 Mississippi, continuing west for 11 feet, etc. From the Director of Public Safety, recommendation that the following festival zones be approved subject to certain conditions as follows. Fire Engine Rally at September 9th and 10th, 2016 at Chestnut between Tucker and Chestnut, September 9th and 10th, 2016, and Market between Tucker and 14th, and parade route starting at 20th and Market and continue east on Market to 13th. Staging beginning at Jefferson and Market, September 10th, 2016. Taste of Downtown, September 10th, 2016, at 15 between Washington and Locust. Party on Pestalozzi, Benton Park neighborhood, September 10th, 2016, at Pestalozzi Street between Missouri and Lemp. Atomic Dust, September 15, 2016, at Locust between Cardinal and Garrison. South Grand Fall Festival, September 17, 2016, at South Grand between Arsenal and Humphrey and side streets. Viva Mexico on Cherokee, September 18, 2016, at Cherokee from Nebraska, Ohio, Nebraska from Utah, Potomac, Oregon from Utah, Potomac, California from Utah, Potomac, Iowa from Utah, Potomac and Ohio from Utah, Potomac and Parade Route on Shoto Street within Festival Zone. Murmuration Festival, September 23rd through 25th, 2016, at Duncan between South Newstead and South Sarah. South Boyle between Forest Park and Clayton and Curb Lane of Forest Park, and South Boyle west to in front of Cortex Building at 4320 Forest Park Avenue. DKM Expo Fair Gospel Fest, September 24, 2016, at Glasgow between Natural Bridge and Harper, and Rocket Forward, October 2nd, 2016, at Clayton and Tam. Alumni's Blues Home Opener Game, October 13, 2016, at 13th from Pine to Olive, and Brew in the Louvre, Francis Park, October 15, 2016. Now we have the conditional uses.
Good afternoon, everyone. Hope everybody had a good holiday weekend. Dylan Mosier, zoning plan examiner, representing the building commissioner. Per board order number 766, transmitted herewith are recommendations for the following conditional use agenda applications. First and foremost, we are going to request that 6717 through 19 Clayton actually be tabled today. We had a recent development. The city councilor's office had some concerns about one of the conditions that was put on this one, and the staff member who had done that work was not present to look into that, so we didn't think it was going to be too much trouble if it would be tabled for a week. I don't think it's going to set the project back too much. Approval for 9 conditions, or approval with conditions for 9 is recommended. 4140 Concordia, 3749 Gravois, 3013 Merrimack, 4234 Arco, 3129 Chippewa, 3137 Morganford, 6825 Clayton, 1408 North Kings Highway, and 1318 North Newstead. I request that these recommendations be approved as submitted.
Are there any questions from the board on the conditional uses? Seeing none, I'll take a motion, please.
Move to table the consideration of the Clayton address and to approve the remaining as recommended.
Second. Moved in second for approval. Can you call the roll, please?
Director Scobie.
Aye.
Director Rundy.
Aye.
Director Hayes.
Aye.
Director Ross.
Aye.
Director Moore.
Aye.
Director Gray.
Aye.
And President Bradley.
Aye. Conditional uses are approved. Turn your attention to our meeting minutes from last Tuesday, August 30th, 2016. Are there any questions or comments on the minutes? Any additions or corrections?
Motion to approve the minutes from August 30th.
Second.
Moved in second for minute approval. Can you call the roll, please?
Director Scobie.
Abstain.
Director Rundy.
Aye.
Director Hayes.
Aye.
Director Ross.
Aye.
Director Moore.
Aye.
Director Gray.
Aye.
And President Bradley.
Aye. The minutes are approved. Today's agenda, are there any questions or comments on the agenda? Seeing none, I'll take a motion, please.
I move to approve today's agenda.
Second.
Moved in second for approval. Can you call the roll, please?
Director Scobie.
Aye.
Director Rundy.
Aye.
Director Hayes.
Aye.
Director Ross.
Aye.
Director Moore.
Aye.
Director Gray.
Aye.
And President Bradley.
Aye. The agenda is approved. Motion for adjournment, please.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Meeting adjourned.